Hello everyone, how's it going today? Happy Friday, and I just realized I forgot to set one of my lights to the right thing that I wanted. There we go. Alright, that should be a little bit better. Alright, so before we get into the Italian Riviera, this was the gift with purchase that came with it. I forgot about it when I started it on Wednesday, so we're going to build it today first. And then we'll work on the Italian Riviera. Probably finish it. 3 times, yay! Woo! Yay, watch streaks! I can only have soup if I eat my pickles. Then I will pass on the soup. I mean, it looked good, but I'm not eating pickles. Are you crazy? I'm doing pretty well. Oh, interesting. Ooh. I think a piece went flying onto the floor. Hold on. Thought I saw something go onto the floor. I guess I will find out. Maybe not. I mean, some of them can be okay in soup. I mean, I'd rather have the lighthouse corn chowder that I make. That's some good stuff. Guess what you did last night? Murdered someone with a Shivan dragon. And I don't mean actually, like, playing a magic game where you beat them with a Shivan dragon. I mean actually murdered someone. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this up here. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do. Alright. Let's see. Minifig parts. There's his legs. There's his torso. Plain blue torso. Oh, guess what it did last night rather than what you did last night. Sorry, I misread that. I did see that on the Discord right as I was getting started. And I am very jealous. You should send me your snow. I mean, you don't want it. You keep talking about not wanting it, and yet you don't send it to the people who do want it. That makes me think that that the whole talk of not liking it might not be accurate. Where's his hat? It's dark blue. There it is. What are you, Area High One? How's it going? Those things were in that soup, so if you want some, you'll be eating them. Well, again, like I said, some of that can be okay in soup. And do I like cauliflower? Not very much. Do I like onions? Not very much. But, like, I can eat soup that has them. Alright, so he's got his coffee. He's all ready to drive his van. And Bahamut also on a watch streak. Woohoo! Let's see, it is... Alright, an insect has decided to follow me down here. Get out of here, bug. And I turned more than one page there. There we go. Apart from migraine, not bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the migraine. Can't send it because I dislike pickles? Wow. Wow, that's pretty discriminatory. It's terrible. Pretty terrible. We'll see if I ever send summer up to your neck of the woods, considering you never get summer. Some inverted slopes with cutouts there. And apparently a green license plate. I'm guessing that's what that's supposed to be. So lots of nice light blue here. Can't believe how mean some of y'all are. Not liking pickles so you won't share your snow. Snow that you hate? It's terrible. Get out of here, bug. I will kill that bug if I get a chance. Alright, let's see, some 1x6s. So how's everyone doing today? Happy that it's Friday? It's time for weekend fun. Specifically, Spelljammer tomorrow. This is a really thick base. Kind of surprised at how thick this actually is ending up being. Part of it, I think, is because vehicles have tended to expand a bit in size over the years. Happy almost out of work, one shift left. Nice. I'm gonna skip that bit of music there. You're on Reddit, a thread was like, what's the worst food you could make with the Star Trek replicators? You put down a pineapple pickle pizza with the stinkiest cheese, ranch dressing sauce, and a whole grain pizza dough? Wow. I mean, considering you can basically make anything with the replicators, there's almost no limit to the worst food that you could make. It's kind of like, what is the worst food that exists? Howdy, Rollbajacks. Just woke up and no roleplay events in a group you're part of for the game Starbound. Like, was an event postponed or something, kind of thing? They're supposed to have something going on this this Friday night. Speaking of Star Trek, the Enterprise got announced yesterday. Very exciting. Looking forward to getting that. I'm doing pretty well. Looking forward to a Spelljammer tomorrow. Party's adventure is about to go on the rails. Postponed due to server shenanigans. That is never fun. That is never fun. Oh, the Enterprise D. Next generation. With a gift with purchase of a shuttlecraft with Ro Laren. Someone commented that it looked like Ro Laren was kind of like outside of everyone else who's having a good time, and it's like kind of fitting for how they treated her character. No, it does not come with any wood. Perhaps the best one. Like, I'm fond of most of them in various ways, but definitely the Enterprise D feels like the... it feels like home to me to a certain extent, because, you know, it's like... It has the high-tech comforts that you kind of want on a futuristic, science-y starship kind of thing. Yes, it is an 18-plus set. It is also $400, so it's most definitely aimed at adults. But the saucer does separate. No play features. I don't know what the details of their license is, but there might be an issue with having Star Wars as well, kind of thing. Okay, get our big doors. Oh, and I forgot to get the steering wheel in there. Let's do that. Keep wanting to use the my mouse to turn pages, which is not a thing. I can't actually do that. Yeah, but licenses can say you're not allowed to make certain kinds of things if you have this other license. To be fair, how would LEGO add phasers as play features? Well, they wouldn't add phasers, but yeah, the photon torpedoes would be like stud shooters or those, you know, those long bar element shooter thingies. Certainly the phasers would end up being like that. Get some side view mirrors on here. There we go. Get our roof on. And put on the wheels that I honestly feel are, like, too tiny for this. Get out of here, bug. I mean, if it does well, I'd imagine that they will do more sets. I don't know that they have a plan right now to do more. Alright, let's go ahead and make some little plants. Too many tabs? No such thing. But, like, the reason we've never seen a collectible minifig series for Star Wars is that that infringes on the action figure license, which is someone else holds. And that's why, like, they have battle packs where you get, like, 4 minifigs, but also some, like, robots and little vehicles and stuff like that. That is their way of getting around that. I don't know if Star Trek, the Star Trek license, has that kind of thing. That kind of requirement. Like, if there is another company that has a license for Star Trek action figures, and thus Lego can't do collectible minifigs, but it is possible that we will see a Star Trek one in the future if there is no requirement on that. Kenner may be dead, but there are other companies that can have the license. Alright, we get the foliage element, some leaves, and some lemons, I assume. Why do some of the songs just cut out like that? I'm pretty sure they are not, I mean, I suppose the audio files might be glitched. There we go. Alright, let's see. Was that? Yes, that was that way. Okay. So then we get this on here. Halfway through the first Kingdom Come Deliverance game, an accurate 15th century peasant simulator. Did I? I did. I did the wrong one here. It should be black. There we go. You're broke half the time, surviving is tough, and a fight lasts anywhere between 5 seconds and 5 minutes, whether or not you get ambushed first. Get some more lemons on here. Biggestry, a 3-watch streak. Just watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It was surprisingly good to this old fart. I mean, I've heard really good things about it. I don't know that it's my cup of tea, but a lot of people sure do seem to like it, so they must be doing something right. Alright, and now for our final leaf. There we go. Alright, and then we get that right in there. So we have a lemon tree. At least I assume it's a lemon tree. I don't know. I suppose these could be flowers. I want to get the... Alright, hold on. Easier to get this on first, and then get this on. There we go. Slide our shovel in there. And then in the crate, there's a fish and a starfish. Of course, the crate doesn't actually fit on the market van anywhere. Let's get it in. Nope, it really doesn't. All right. But it is it's a cute little, kind of like tuk-tuk type vehicle with actual doors. Let's go ahead and get him in there. With his coffee. There we go. So he can drive his market van to market and leave the fish and the starfish behind. Yeah, let's go ahead and put those aside. And spare parts. We have bright orange star decorations, brown 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, dark gray 1x1 cylinder plate, 1x1 cylinder tiles in clear and trans red. Get out of here, bug. A dark pink 1x1 plate flower, 1x1 plate in bright light blue, a gray wheel hub, brown 2L bar with stop, and a yellow 1x1 dome light with peg. All right. Let's go ahead and get back to our actual main attraction. It is very persistent. I hate it. It's a stupid little gnat. I would kill it, but I'd have to go wash my hands. Howdy, Iogra. How's it going? Alright, so we are on bag number 11, I do believe. Yes, we are. Oh, and I was looking up the minifigs for this set, and this lady is in 2 other sets. It makes me wonder if it's actually like a designer insert. Taking off my my flannel, it's getting a little warm down here. There we go. All right. Wonder how much work and expenses there would be to grow lemon and orange trees in Alaska. You probably would just need a greenhouse. I mean, it depends on how far north. It would also probably not be cheap, because you would probably have to heat up the greenhouse, because they do like it warm and you guys don't get summer. Light blue air tanks. Neat. Yes, it would get very expensive in winter, I'd imagine. There we go. Get his hair on. And ice cream cone? Well, we get the pink for the ice cream. Where's the cone? There's the cone. That's true. With climate change, it will get cheaper. Unless, of course, we can halt or reverse the changes. Alright, go ahead and get him there. Come on, get off of that piece. Thank you. Ignores the summer joke as he's tired of that joke. Alright, I'll stop. there. Let's get a pair of 1x4s. There we go. Summer joke is better than the igloo jokes. Yeah, I would not make one of those. That's very gauche. Need Mother Brain from Phantasy Star 2 to create climate control, and domed bio enclosures. But yeah, so, I mean, even if you're not far enough north to get, you know, the 6 months of darkness kind of thing, or even just like a point where only 2 hours a day are light. The lack of sunlight can still make a big difference. Because you do get less sunlight. Joke about climate change, but you'll never have multiple typhoons pass through the country in a few months. I mean, parts of the U.S. will have... might get lots of hurricanes. I mean, Jamaica just got blasted by a hurricane. Yeah, grow lights would definitely help. But I mean, like, pineapples were such a status symbol when they were first brought back to Europe that people would rent them out. You wouldn't get to eat it, but you'd rent out a pineapple, put it on your table to feel rich, and then never eat it. But that, you know, fell out of fashion as they started actually growing pineapples in Europe with greenhouses. That brought the prices down. So you could definitely do it. I just don't think it would be cost effective right now, considering that you can get them from California relatively easily. Even more conspicuous consumption, eat it in front of guests. Well, if you've rented it, you're going to be out a lot of money. They are very expensive. They were very expensive. You want the freshest lemons and oranges? I mean, they keep pretty well. Yeah, I mean, there were multiple places did that. Get a 100 buck bill on the counter there. Pair of white 1x2 tiles there. Reminds you of one Mr. Bean gag where he used tanning lights as grow lights to grow his melon. Pair of 1x1 tiles. I do like how they try to keep the tile look. Like, they could just use a 2x2 right here, but then you'd lose the 2x2 tiled look that you have. Howdy, Sealan, how's it going? All ready for the adventure to go on the rails tomorrow? I'm totally going to be railroading you guys. Alright, let's see. Black 2x2. Railroads going to Eberron? Nope. You're preparing by building a train network base in Factorio. Howdy, Mr. Wolverine. How's it going? Alright, then we have the bright light blue air tanks, which I don't know if they've made before, but I certainly haven't had them. And that goes right there. Guess trains are too high-tech for Ald's taste in fantasy in general, but I'm not kidding. Literally, the party has encountered a train. Not this light blue. They had regular blue. So I'm not sure what the rail plates are going to be doing on this. I'm watching for this this gnat to land someplace so that I can kill it and be done with it. Stupid gnat. It's going well. On Wednesday, you were at a concert in Roskilde. Nice. I hope you had a good time. Okay, and then we have flippers here. What did it ever do to me? It annoyed me. Howdy, Kinshire, how's it going? Alright, then we have a life vest up here. So I think what this is that these rail plates are supposed to be life vests that are, like, folded up and inserted onto the shelf or something like that. Get that right there. was a great time. I'm glad to hear it. Then we have some teal rail plates. And we get a few taps. What did that insect ever do to you, Bahamut? Alright. Then we have these, not sure exactly what these are supposed to be. Normally, when they're white, they're toilet paper. Something tells me that that is not what they are right now. It ate a ham sandwich. That's terrible. You should murder it then. Howdy, Kinshir. Getting that, that watch streak? We indeed. Bar cloth? I don't know what bar cloth is. I mean, this is like a dive shop, so if that helps. The blue towel. Towels used to wash down counters. No, but they might be towels themselves. That is actually a good idea, that they might be like towels to dry yourself off after you've gone diving. Next week, your cross-international movie stream will be Jackie Chan's City Hunter. I have not. Is that based on the manga City Hunter? Or the manga and anime. Because the anime is pretty good. I have not read any of the manga. It is, and it's wacky. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get a brick. Did I miss some parts? Alright, let's see. Did I miss putting these somewhere? Here's 3. There is the one that goes on here, but I already got that. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. This is odd extra parts to have. Alright, well. They're apparently extras. Okay. So, a tan 2x2 corner tile, a beige 1x1 headlight brick, a white 1x1 dome light with peg, sand green 1x1 tile, lime green 1x1 tile slope, 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud in gray, and 1x1 cylinder plate in light pink. Weird. Best practice to remove salt water before it dries. Microcrystals wear down equipment. Yep. That is a good idea. On the other hand, you could just be decadent and buy new stuff every week. Alright, where's torso? Oh, I got the torso. Oops. Alright. Little girl with a Princess Linda t-shirt. Rolaren hair. Alright, let's get a bit of ice cream for the child. She is super duper happy. Feel bad, you spent nearly $200 on a portable system to play SNES games on the go last month and barely touched the system? Well, just use it more often. Can you have some gold from my hoard to cover the credit card bill? No, because my hoard doesn't have gold. My hoard has Lego. Child worshipping the true ruler of Legoland. Well, that's horse. Princess Linda is just the princess of Legoland. I mean, I say just, but, you know, she's still an important personage. I mean, some of it is just like, you know, what do you have, you know, what do you do that's a habit kind of thing? So, just get into the habit of playing it, and then you'll play it. So some bottles of sunscreen here. There we go. Alright, 2 1x4s in bright yellow. Charging it up as you have FF3 in the game system. Well, there you go. It's a PSP, right? Because you could play Final Fantasy Tactics. another shelf to do. It's actually a portable SNES console with its own screen. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. Get that shelf on there, and we have a gray 1x2 tile here to get our street number on. Don't fall on the floor, stickers, jeez. There we go. Alright, that is 31, number 3, yep. There we go. Can't get any new games for the PSP as support for that system, as they stopped that, and your PSP refuses to connect to the wireless router. Oh, weird. Well, you can always post on the tech niche, see if anyone else has encountered similar problems and might know of a fix. Can't you get, like, a memory stick for it or something? Feels very not straight there. These bricks stick out a little bit more. Alright, 4 1x4s. And 2 1x1s. These are very bright yellow. They remind me of candy. Candy. Nom 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 nom. Lego pieces. Delicious. One by one plate there, and a 2x3 white tile, correct? White, yeah. Oh, there it is. And we will get a sticker on there. That is this dive map, number 11. There we go. Okay, and that goes on right there. So a map of the local dive locations. Actually, let's go ahead and pull that off so you guys can get a better view of it. It's kind of neat. I like it. Little dive map. I don't know what part of Italy that's supposed to be. All right. Looks looks like we're going to be doing some stairs next. Okay. So get our dark orange here. I'd really like to visit Iceland sometime. It's one of many places that I would like to go to at some point. Nope, ads are starting soon. Let me go ahead and snooze that for a moment. Couple 1x1 bricks. And the other 1x1 brick. Okay. And then for the steps, we get 1x3 panel pieces. There we go. So this actually makes it, because of the space, the cutout space, and then the edge of the panel itself, it actually does make it a full brick depth, rather than less than that. And a 1x3 there in brown. Okay, and then lots of plates. Some center brackets. And then more panels. There we go. Pop that right there on there. Okay, turn it around, and we get a 1x2 with side studs right on there, and this will go right in there. There we go. Nice little staircase there. One of your friends was really into EVE Online many years ago, to the point he went to Iceland this time of year for an in-person event. I hope he enjoyed it. Actually, I mean, they might be steep from our perspective, but they're pretty standard Lego stairs. Standard step height is a full brick, which, yes, is most of a leg height. But that's part of, like, the Lego design aesthetic of selective compression. Like, if you think about it, this little area is extremely tight. Selective compression strikes again. Yep. Okay, we got 4 windows. Yeah, but there weren't minifigs then. Windows with shutters, woohoo! Indeed. Although they're actually, these were created for cargo container doors. And other sorts of, like panels, as opposed to actual windows. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But I don't think I've gotten any of these in dark green before, which is nice. Yes, they did make house sets before the figures. Meaning that the staircases were even taller then, because those buildings had a much smaller, or is it larger, scale to them, where a standard door was actually about this size. You remember Lego windows with shutters? They still have them, but they don't have the these 1x4x3 windows with the little tiny pegs on the side to click the shutters into, because those are so fragile. They stopped making those, although I liked them. I miss them. I get why they stopped making them, but it is still a shame. Oh, I can snooze the ad again. Let's go ahead and do so. Yeah, they stopped making those around the early 2000s, I think. Alright. Let's get some more bricky elements here. I think it's supposed to represent, like, bricks sticking out. Yes, yeah. Like I said, they were making those windows through, like, the early 2000s, give or take. Okay, get that one in there. Oh, the remake of the Black Seas Barracuda. Okay. There we go. And 3 1x1s. There we go. Alright, and then car fenders. These actually have the now standard 1x6 arch. Although the interesting thing is that this side, I think... I think this side matches the old 1x6 arch, and this side matches the new one. There was only the original release and the re-release. There we go. 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 There we go wooden door on it. I do really like this wooden door. Yeah, I don't think all of the pieces that were used in the original were still used. Still made. Same thing with the remake of Main Street, which the old inserts for the 12-volt rail crossings were also not made. So we got a nice wooden door there. Alright, let's see. 2 of these. And a couple 1x1 plates. There we go. And more of the 1x2 round end plates. There we go. And then regular 1x2s. There, there, and there. Alright, the 1x6 right here. Surprised that they did only one of them. Bricks, right there. And there. 1x2 right there. And 2 headlight bricks with a 1x2 tile. There we go. Alright, then we have our 5th fender piece. On the inside, 1x1 to 1x1 brackets, pair of 1x1 tiles with top clips, and an ore right there. There we go. Okay, slide that right in there. Been having some fun on CK2 yesterday, having a lot of pop-ups saying X character usurped X temple showing up. Those look like perfectly accurate Victorian servant stairs. I mean, they're not Victorian. Howdy, little bunny. How's it going? Alright, there's a shorty brick with side stud and round end, 1x1 cylinder plate, 4L bar in blue. Get that all the way through. And we get our dive symbol. Dive sign. Dive shop sign, whatever. There we go. And then on the other side, we go. And get that sign right up there. There we go. Alright, then a hinge. And some flesh, 1x2, 1x3 tiles. And then lots of white tiles. There we go. Right there. Right there. 1x4 here and here. Ad break is running. And we get our 1x1s there. And there. Alright. Come on, straighten out. There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright, spare parts. Bright yellow 1x1 plate, white 1x1 tile, orange 1x1 plate flower, gold 1x1 cylinder tile with compass print, and a brown ore. So there we go. We have our little dive shop. I'm not sure if this guy is supposed to be the dive shop keeper. Probably not. He's probably supposed to be walking with his granddaughter here. Let's go ahead and do that. Coming out of the shop. And she's here with her ice cream. She is, of course, super happy to have her ice cream. There we go. Alright. Next up, bag number 13. This is all stone work here, it looks like. Okay, turn it around. The tourist is unrealistic. He's not eating and gushing over authentic pizza despite this being the Riviera and not Naples. I mean, as we all know, the most authentic pizza is in New York. Another little crabby. I want some candy. I know I'm not in New York, but I can get New York style pizza. I should get some next week. There's a place that I haven't been in a little while. It is, isn't it, PGW Chaos? And how's it going? Alright, so friction pin there, turn this one around. And we have a Pin plus bar. I mean, there's a local chain that also has its own semi-unique style of pizza. It's rectangular. And that's really good, too. It's kind of New York style because it's thin crust and everything. Okay, so we get this on here. Oop. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Put that on. Oops. Alright. Where did that actually go into? Oh, okay, it goes underneath that. I see. Okay. Also, this ice cream fell off. Yes, Lido Pizza. Have you been to a Lido Pizza, Vigastry? Depending on how long it goes, you may need to put off on... Oh, let's see. Still not getting... Oh, yeah. Eee. That is very unfortunate. And, honestly, I think that it's going to go for quite a while. I don't... There is, It is not a good situation. Oh, you just remember me promoting it. Yeah. Yeah, Lido Pizza is very, very good. It is a very popular local chain. Intransigence of a sort. Not as popular as I was when my father was around, considering that I don't go as often anymore. It's a local chain, yeah. There's I think at least 40 stores, but it's all very local. Like Washington, D.C., Maryland, up to Pennsylvania, Northern Virginia kind of thing. Okay, and then on that stud. Krabby did not want to go on the stud. Krabby was like, I'm free! I'm free! But Krabby gets on there. Close-ish, but not that close, yeah. But, I mean, like, they've been expanding slowly, so one day, maybe. Their original store is still operating in College Park, Maryland, I believe. So, quite popular on campus. Alden impales Krabby like Vlad Tepes impales Turks. I didn't impale him. I just put him on the stud. Where he wanted to go. I mean, he didn't want to go, but I told him he had to, and he acquiesced. That's his job. Could visit if you took a weekend off. I mean, if you're going to do that, then you should also hit up, like, museums and stuff, too. Lido pizza's great, but it's still, you know, pizza. Don't take a long trip just for that. I don't think there's much in the way of food that's actually worth taking, you know, tripping just for that. Its website claims it is Maryland style. Well, I mean, it's kind of like its own thing, so. Some museums are closed currently, yes. Yes. Fairly sure the popular local grocery, pizza, sushi, subs, etc. chain from your area has made it down somewhat near me by now. Wegmans? Oh yeah, Wegmans is around here. It is absolutely around here. Alright. This goes on there. Get him back up there. Yeah, Wegmans has been down here for a while, I think. I think it's more well known up around Baltimore, though. I think they have more stores up there than down here in the DC area. Super local chain, 3 locations in South Carolina and 4 in Florida. I mean, we still are a stronghold for the best fast food. That being Roy Rogers. Home of the Double R Bar Burger. It's really well known, about 60 to 90 minutes drive from you, where it started. Understandable. So I heard, and I don't know how truthful it is, but I heard the story of why Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. One of the Lidos in Florida is right next to Naples, Florida. Oh, I didn't realize that they'd gotten down there. So apparently there was a guy named Chris who ran, you know, had his steakhouse. And he'd run it for a while, get bored, and sell it. And one of the requirements that he stipulated in selling it is that the name couldn't be changed. And then when they, you know, the new proprietors didn't do well, then he'd buy it back from them. Run it for a while, get bored, sell it off again, and buy it back. And he did this like a bunch of times. And then finally someone bought it who didn't go under, by the name of Ruth. Personally, you think Wegmans is a bit expensive, but they usually have that one ingredient for something you're making that you can't find anywhere else. Yeah, I think they're definitely higher end. But at the same time, like, we got a bunch of higher end grocery stores down here anyway, so. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. Was a local Mexican restaurant chain in Anchorage that closed down a few decades ago after being open for like 2 or 3 decades. That's a shame when that happens. Found it amusing more for the fact that Naples is the assumed origin of pizza as we know it. I don't know if it's the origin of pizza as we know it, because Neapolitan pizza is pretty different. we go. Get that on there. That on there, and a 1x2 slope right there. Oops. Get that there. Trader Joe's disappointed you. They did not have a useful offering of peppers and more exotic produce. You need to make things like birria properly. Yeah, their selection is not that great, I find. There's one near me that I go to for two reasons. A, sometimes I need milk, and I don't want to go all the way to my main grocery store, which is just a little further away. And it's bigger, so, you know, like, I can just run in and grab milk from that place. But then they also have, like, $4.99, a $4.99 bag of orange chicken, which is really good. And it's only $4.99. All right, spare parts, a black friction pin. That is our extra part there. How big? Pretty good size. It's a good meal of chicken for me. And if you eat it with something else, then it would definitely feed two people. I mean, it really depends on how much you eat. Alright, let's make a minifig. There's his head, there's his hair. Torso and legs. Seems often too much. Well, again, it depends on how much you eat. It's a dinner for me, I'll put it that way. And I am a dragon. But you can only make, I mean, you can just make half if you want. Like, while the bag doesn't reseal, the sauce does come in two packages, two pouches. So it is very easy to just make half. Alright, so we got a rolling pin here. He's ready to bonk someone with it. Howdy, Lord Canis. You're here, always been here. Just been pinned under a mass of adorable cats being adorable, disgustingly sweet cats. Aw, give them pets. That's an order. Why make half, eat the whole thing, and regret one's choices later? Well, yes, that's what I do, except I don't regret it. Bob Ross tribute set would be cool, but who would vote for it? Quite a few people. I'm pretty sure there's been a number of Bob Ross tribute sets up on LEGO Ideas. It wouldn't surprise me if some of them have made it to the 10,000 threshold. I don't know that they would do well internationally, though. Alright, 2x3, there it is. Alright. Some dark orange. Actually, no, it's not dark orange. This is the newer red orange. Really vibrant color. Alright, we do have a... This is dark orange. Brick. Dark orange shorty brick, and a 1x1 plate with clip. Couple more bricks. Alright, so we need a side stud piece, a lime leaf, and a 3-stem plant, or a 3-leaf plant. And that one goes right there. Kind of seems bad to have these plants growing around here. That is right there. Okay, 1x2, and a brick. They should also probably stucco these, these exposed bricks. Seems bad to leave them exposed like that. 1x3. 1x3. Another pair of 1x2 plates. And two 1x2x2 panels. There we go. And that goes on right there. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. Looking at the Lido menu, you've had hot honey on pizza before. It was much too messy, dripping, and getting you and other things sticky. Well, you don't have to do that. Get it. I've never gotten it. They have really good ham pizza. I tend to get cheese, ham, or sausage. Okay, this goes right in there. Looks like a little under the stairs. Shelf, and also we're going to get much higher stairs here, because this is an extra plate on top of that, so it's 4 plates. Like, imagine being this kid and trying to get up a step. Each step is like waist height. Okay, there we go. 1 by 2. 1 by 3. And 1 by 6. And another brick. Chicken Spidey? I don't know what that is. I'm actually not a huge fan of pepperoni. Like, it's okay. If I go to someone's house and they have a pepperoni pizza, I'm going to eat it. Because it's pizza. But not really my thing. Whereas pepperoni was my father's favorite. Sometimes you just like sausage and mushroom. I agree on the sausage. Get all to house sit, leave him only pepperoni pizza. I mean, I'll eat it. Like, again, it's not my favorite. It's still pizza. I think you're confused as to how this works. Rhymes with speedy. Cubes of marinated meat cooked over high heat. Ah. Sounds pretty good. I'd try that. I don't get chicken on... I don't know that I've gotten chicken on pizza anytime recently. I find the flavor profile of your standard pizza doesn't go with chicken that well. I like chicken with other things. I would leave pickle pizza alone. I would also probably stop visiting your like house sitting, and like call you up and be like, you can come home now because I'm leaving. So we have a little flip calendar. Spiral ring calendar here with July 9th. Probably the fan designer's birthday. Still recall a cooking show saying the best wine to go with pizza was beer? Good week for a birthday. Or was it the wrong week to quit goofballs? Sold when you saw you found a multi-armed statue using usually sculpted in the form of a multi-armed warrior woman in varying shapes. How much oy vey did you experience? Not much. I mean, it's like, to a certain extent, like, if you want to make a stone golem in that shape, you can. I don't know if I would give it the extra attacks of a multi-armed thing, but maybe I would. I don't know. I mean, there is a four-armed golem that Dro make, so... Last pizza you had was buffalo chicken, and the chicken was the worst part, too bland and dry. Yeah, that's part of it, is like... bad chicken can really mess things up. Yeah, Spider Stone. So we've got shutters on this window. Of course, they don't actually close, but I do like that way of doing fake shutters. Figures the Dro would escalate the golem arms race. There, that is one away. Yep. Alright. Enjoying my Aiden Chronicles LP? I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm liking the playthrough so far. Why don't the shutters close? They're called shutters. Because this building is shutter stuck. I'm sorry, that was terrible. I apologize. I mean, Mind Flayers have golems made of brains, so... Somehow you knew Francesco would become one of my favorite characters. I don't know about one of my favorite characters. I haven't seen enough of the game yet, but I do enjoy that little bit of like Tourette's syndrome kind of thing going on. It amuses me. Like I've found so far in episodes that have not gone live yet. What's his name? Yusuke, the desperado guy. He's pretty powerful. Already actually said revoking your Patreon to that. I mean, I haven't seen enough characters yet. Like, it's such a short list to pick a favorite. I can't say that she will stay a favorite. I mean, I like her a lot now, but I don't have a whole lot to choose from. Soon I will have 108. I think there's 120, actually. I think I saw that in the achievement list. Alright, that goes right there. I mean, Yume and Friend is adorable, but taking 2 slots is a bit of a pain. So I don't think I will be using them very much. Best golem is a Drolem from Mystara. That does amuse me, yes. Although it's not very big. It's not as big as it should be for a Dragon Corpse Golem. Don't fall off there. At this point, you wonder if you offered me food and said there were no pickles in it, if you would believe you. I wouldn't believe anyone in this, in my community at this point. You guys are all monsters. Well, but it's made of dragon parts. Alright, got a plate of greenery. Actually, I think this is probably look better that way. Not sure if that's supposed to be pasta with some leaves on it, or if it's supposed to be a salad. And I am not exactly sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe that's supposed to be rolled out. Oh yeah, okay. It's supposed to be rolled out pasta. Right. Artie wants to know if the music is our Tonelico. No, this is all Suikoden music. This is specifically Withered Earth, the opening theme from, I think, one of the Genso Suikodens. Suika Guidance, I'm sorry. Two, I think? Deep fries pickle chips and eats them with ranch dressing? That's like doubly terrible. I like my my salads undressed. And we have another 2x2 cylinder tile with pasta and greenery print. Love the game's theater since they are voiced. Ooh, that's fun. And there's a fork there. Get that right there. Oh, I wonder if this is a portable grill. I wonder if that's what that's supposed to be. That could make sense. Artie feels ashamed now because our Tonelico was a bath simulator. I do have at least one of those games. I think there's multiple. Maybe there is only one. I've never actually played it though. Maybe one day. Nice taste to them, he says. I trust thee not. Alright. 4 1x4s. Yes, 4 of them. But in my pickle-hating ways, blind me to the truth? Most definitely not. I don't know if it's a shop. It might be a home. One by 3, 1x1. Okay, and then we have 2 more of these half arches. I have at least one Atelier game as well that I also have not played. There were some late PS2 games that I like pre-ordered and meant to play and didn't get around to it. I think other things were going on. Okay, that goes right there. Oh, 2 1x2s go in behind here. Okay. It's not exactly clear that that is what that was. 1x4 plate, 1x8 plate. Artie wants to know if it's the cucumbers or the vinegar that gives me such lamentation. It's the vinegar. Asking them to just tune into the stream. That's fine. I like cucumbers just fine. Yeah, it's the whole taste. They don't taste like cucumbers anymore. I mean, cucumbers don't exactly have a whole lot of taste. Alright, spare parts. 3-leaf plant in green. Bright yellow 1x1 tile slope with round end. Beige 1x1 peak slope. Black 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud. White Technic half pin. Black 1x2 half cylinder tile. And silver fork. See, I can't understand hating pickles because they're kind of tasteless to me. I mean, I guess the skin has more flavor to it. And the skin is my least favorite part. It's very much one of those situations where it's like... I like... You know, you have a cucumber. I like it sliced, so you get the round slices rather than, like, quartered or something like that. So you get a cucumber spear or something like that. And then you have all that skin to eat. Because it does feel like if you chew into a lot of the cucumber skin, you're just going to be there for a while. Just chew and chew and chew. Alright. Let's get a lady with an apron. And a fork. There we go. Watermelon rind pickles your grandmother used to make. I guess that might be one way to eat the watermelon rind, because that is a pretty difficult thing to actually eat. Otherwise, I don't know that it's really edible otherwise. So, a little bit of a pattern there, but that's okay. Doesn't look too bad. Not that I'd want to eat a pickled watermelon rind, but... There we go. And a door handle. Parents tried making homemade pickles a few decades ago following a recipe, and sadly it didn't turn out well. Never figured out what went wrong with the recipe, but never tried again. Well, you do got to try it again to see if you can figure out what went wrong. Pickle gelato? I don't think you can pickle gelato. I don't think that's possible. Can't just pickle anything you want. Doesn't work that way. But you can make gelato with pickles? That's probably true. I wouldn't know. But yeah, so going back to what I don't like about pickles, I don't like vinegar, so like I really, really do not like vinegar. The smell of vinegar is really gross to me. So that, I'm sure, is a big part of it. But why would you? Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. Got the wall there. Okay, that's a sink of some sort. Maybe we should go have some spaghetti and meatballs. That could be nice. Buttery garlic bread. I find it funny that there was a time your mom tried making blueberry wine but accidentally made blueberry vinegar instead. It's not that far off. There we go. Get that window in right there. And do the other window. Two, three, four. Alright, another window ready to put in once I get the shutters on. She didn't know what to do with the blueberry vinegar, but someone wanted to make salad dressing with it. I mean, that's one thing you do with vinegar. Okay, there we go. Get that on there. Got our two windows. Ah, neat. Okay. So we're going to have something a little bit different here. Some closed windows. On the inside, we get clear panels. Then, no, I probably would not. I do not like vinegar. Alright. So we have a closed window right in here. So the shutters here are closed. And if you look on the inside, kind of has the window. Would be better if it had a flat bit at the top and bottom, but that's not really doable. Say la vie? Indeed. Luckily, I don't care. Like, I can't imagine that there is any kind of food that I would want to eat so badly and yet didn't like. You know, like, that it would bother me. Because we're not talking about allergies here. If we were talking about allergies, that would be a little bit different. You know, it would be a shame to be allergic to something and not be able to eat it that you wanted to. But that is not me. No sour candies for Ald? I like sour candies. I love sour candies. Sour watermelons are great. The old Altoid sours were fantastic. I miss those so much. I am sweet deliciousness, Lel Bunny. Alright, so we got clear 1x2, 1x1 cylinder plates with, oops. Goes down. There we go. So get that on there. And another one. I'm evil poison? Wow. It's mean. There we go. So kind of a vine growing there. All right. 1x6. 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 And 1x4. 1x2 brick. There we go. So some half tiles. Now we get lots and lots of 1x3s in. Okay, and then a 1x2. There we go. And right over here, we have a clear 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, 2x2 radar dish, black 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, paint roller, there we go. Feels off center. Alright, well that's okay. Okay. Move those over there. And this gets on right here. So we have a nice little arch here with some plants, some flowers. There goes the ice cream again. Need to remember to take the ice cream out next time. So a nice little second floor on there in a lovely, lovely shade of orange. Very vibrant. Get the ice cream back in there. Saw something funny a few days ago where someone did the Pingu in the Thing all claymation. Oh yeah, that is a fantastic short. All right, spare parts. 1x1 cylinder plate with underclip. 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud both in clear. Black 1x1 tile with round end. Brown 1x1 plate. Bright green 1x1 plate flower. 6L bar with stop. And a 1x1 cylinder tile with a top peg. There we go. All right, next bag number 16. Howdy, Chutney Bucket. It is going well. Continuing to build our Italian Riviera. Okay, got some large plates. Put those aside. Do have an ad break about to start. All right, we need a 1x4, 1x8, and 1x5. Another 1x5 here. Two by 3. 2x8. And 1x3 plate. Alright, and we got the medium nougat plates for the flooring. One by 4 in there, 2 by 3 as well. Right there. Okay, connect that across there, and a 1 by 3 tile right there. There we go. Alright, flip it over. One by 5. 3 by 3, 3 by 3. Howdy, Shield of Hope, how's it going? Alright, flip it back. So I think this is going to be a balcony, a bit of a balcony here. I missed getting this in here. There we go. Doing well, that's excellent. Okay, black 1 by 2. Some 1 by 1 tiles with top clips. 1 by 2 tile. Go. And that one goes on there. Alright. So we got that. Alright, nothing else there. Pair of 1 by 4s. Just decided to skip that one. Alright. There we go. Get that on there. I really like this shade of orange. It's deeper than the regular orange. It has a nice shade to it. Probably would be a more correct shade for Aldumla, so I don't know. I'll have to think about what color would be better if I ever do get around to building that. Let's see, we need 3 1 by 3s. 2 1 by 2s. And I need a dark orange 1 by 1 plate. Let's see, white 1 by... No, not white. Dark orange. 1 by 1 bricks with side studs. There we go. Weird how we have 2 1 by 1 plates here rather than a shorty brick, but I guess they... Pardon me, they did use a bunch of 1 by 1 plates already, so rather than put in a different piece, does make some sense. Having a little memorial made for your bearded dragon. She passed away yesterday and you're still processing the loss. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. if you heard me. Sorry, an ad break just started. I'll say something afterwards, just in case. Alright, 1x8 plate across the top. And we have some beige pieces for the railing here. When do we get to the horror of watching me play Silk Song? Never. I mean, I never even played Hollow Knight. I'm not playing Silk Song. Alright, let's see. Railing goes across there. I value my fingers and thumbs too much for that. Alright, 1x1 plate there, and 1x2 with round ends. I mean, it wouldn't eat my sanity because I wouldn't try very hard. I know my limitations. I know what I'm good at and what I enjoy. If I played any of it, it would be like, let's see how bad this is for me to play. Oh, look, it's pretty bad. All right, I'm done. Waves 1.4 million hams? Well, I know some people who wish you'd use that for bodily protection in the Spelljammer game. Less than LCD Dream Emulator? I don't know what that is. Ad break is done. Chutney Bucket, the ad started right as you said that, and I just wanted to make sure that you heard my condolences on your loss. I don't always remember things. Even if you tell me something before, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to remember it. Keep in mind, I'm building a Lego set while talking to you guys. Well, I'm glad you got part of it, at least. It happens. You're welcome. Alright, so this is going to be the bed, I think. I assume the grandmother's bed. Who knows where the little kid sleeps. I mean, Hollow Knight was considered difficult. And it's more difficult than that. I know. I heard Hollow Knight. I mean, I heard Silk Song was coming out, and I was like, I'm good. I'm not playing that. It's fine. So these are the new, shorter round top pieces, or the other style has a basically a 1x1 plate on the bottom in shape. Oh, that's not actually doing anything other than acting as a 1x1 plate. Interesting. It's not used for anything else. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. Alright, there we go. There's our bed. That fits in right there. That bed's colors make it look like a giant pastry. Maybe it's a giant pastry bed. I'm guessing that there's going to be a shower right here. All Lego apartments are economy apartments. Every single one of them. Winter makes you wish you had an underfloor heating in the bathroom. I can imagine. Luckily, I like cold. Gradually working your way through FF5, got to the Cave of Skull Eaters. Oh, yes. Yes, that is a place. That is a place. Wait a second. Oh, whoops. I missed that. 1x8 and 1x2 with round end. There we go. They do enjoy your tasty, tasty skull. That they do. All right. Get that wall on there. Very demon squirrels, yeah. Okay. Lots of beige 1x3s. 1x5. 1x3. Squirrels are just a little cold. Use some fire magic on them. Easy to deal with, though, if you have the right classes leveled. That's true. Oh, look, the monsters here are just harmless little squirrels. Oh, and look, they're cute little gray squirrel cousins. Wait, why is the entire party dead? Pretty much. Pretty much. They do know how to eat your face. Try fire magic. It'll be fun. I'll have to look at that one later. Remind myself of its particulars. Oh, it's actually a Hungry Goria clip. Oh, okay. I can't remember all of my clips either. All right, let's see. 15, no, 13. Yeah, 13. There we go. It is on a brown 2x2. Okay. Picture of a nice Italian villa. There we go. That goes right on there. Okay, spare parts. 6L bar with stop. That is medium azure 1x2 half cylinder, a tile, and a black 1x1 cylinder, black 1x1 tile. All right, bag number 15. I remember various Katsucons, which take place in February, and I just like am walking around outside in a flannel, and all of my friends are in heavy coats, and they're like, "Aren't you cold?" And I'm like, "Not really." Alright, we're gonna have another closed window here. I mean, like, if the wind blows, yeah, I'll get cold, but... Katsucon, a convention for lovers of Katsudon? I wish. A local anime convention. One of the two big ones in the area. Home of the infamous Cat SnowCon one year, where we got practically a blizzard that shut down the airports for 2 days. Howdy, Bubba. How's it going? There we go. So we have another closed window here in the bathroom, in the shower stall. Taking care of your birdie was getting really stressful, so you're looking forward to not having to worry about her health. It's a good thing, but it's definitely going to take some time to adjust. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. And, you know, I mean, her not suffering anymore is a blessing, I'm sure. Chasing crickets in the sky. And she could come chase crickets at my house. Alright, there we go. Get that there. And dark blue 1x5. Crickets kept getting into your house and you'd feed them to her. It was great. I have, on occasion, thought about like getting a getting something that would eat the crickets. It would be nice. Okay, and this goes right there. Nope. Right there. Okay. So that's the shower curtain. So there's the shower head, there's the shower curtain, there is a window on the shower. It seems bad. I mean, sure, it's closed, but having it there at all seems bad. You haven't seen many mosquitoes the past couple summers? They might be, like, there's a lot of insects dying off and stuff like that. Having spiders around is great for bug disposal, unless you dislike spiders. Also, when the crickets get big, I don't know that they care too much about your average house spider. I think you tend to need big spiders to deal with them. And I don't want big spiders. I want neither big spiders nor big crickets. That's for the folks who mispronounce shower with a long O. Show her? I hardly know her. Since giant harmless spiders to help with the giant insects at Alt's place? How about no? I'm not an arachnophobe, but I don't like spiders. There we go. Get our door in there. Now, these doors are 4x6. The old doors are 4x5, and I think that would look a lot better in this spot here. How about scorpions? I think I will pass on those as well. You know, you want a penned huntsman? It's in the name. I don't want a spider that hunts men. What about Charlotte from Charlotte's Web? Hey, if she stays in the barn, it's fine with me. I don't care if there's spiders outside. I just don't want them in the house. That's the no-no. They should respect my my home. Charlotte's Web is such a great movie for teaching children about life and death. That's true. You know what's a better movie for teaching children about life and death? Watership Down. think all would dislike Charlotte's Web. It is a story of a pig desperately trying to avoid it being ham for Ald. I've seen Charlotte's Web. I haven't read it. I haven't read the book. I've seen the movie. Do you really think that I would not have seen the movie? Some people were talking on social media about movies that traumatize them as kids. Like, you know, sharing Watership Down and stuff like that. And I'm like, none of that bothered me. Ah, okay. So the fun thing about these slopes and the brackets is that the bracket and the little lip on the slope, each of those is half a plate high, so this gets a nice smooth connection there. I've seen Plague Dogs. Oh, only once, though. Watership Down is really good, but I can understand people being too sensitive for it, shall we say. Watership Down is one of my favorite books. And it is one of my favorite animated movies. Weird that there is a whole Gundam manga naming stuff after Watership Down characters. Yeah, I remember, like, seeing that and being like, Hazel's a weird name. It's probably nothing. Wait, there's a fiver? Oh, I see what they're doing. You go... Pogo came out at the same time as Watership Down. I Go Pogo? I don't think that I've heard of that. Is this a new food tile? I don't know exactly what it is. It is some sort of Italian thing. Little breakfast table there. Most TV didn't bother you as a kid. You'll admit that seeing Friday the 13th for the first time because of some cousins was disturbing. So when I was very, very young, I did get scared at a movie theater, and left. And that movie was Goonies. I made my mother take me out. But I was also like 4 at the time or something. Alright, we got car grills here for our fencing. It was the trauma of the truffle shuffle. I don't remember, like, I don't remember what it was that scared me. I just remember, like, wanting to leave, and my mother wasn't super duper happy about it. We were like visiting some family friends. I think it may have been a little embarrassing. I just remember that it was the Goonies, that's all. Alright, so spare parts. We've got medium azure, beige, and dark orange 1x1 plates. 1x1 tile slopes in blue, dark gray, and reddish orange. 1x1 peak slope in dark orange. 3L bar in black. White teacup. And a bright green small 3-stem plant. But that's like the only thing I can really remember getting scared at. I like other movies that people often quote as traumatic movies for them. Didn't bother me. Actually, okay, there's some movies that stuck with me. They didn't really traumatize me. But there are definitely things that stuck with me as, like, I mean, I guess maybe that's trauma, I don't know, but, one of them was a movie called The Earthling. That really stuck with me at the beginning of that. Showing your age here, but on Sesame Street, when Mr. Hooper died, you were pretty sad. You got screamed at for it because your parents refused to believe that the actor had died, instead just wanted off the show. So you had to go through that feeling quietly? Oh. You're scared by weird things as a kid, but not scared by things other kids were bothered by? So this movie, The Earthling, had, what's his name? Ricky Schroeder. The boy from Silver Spoons, I think. And, actually put this up here. The start of the movie has his parents arguing, and he, like, gets out of their RV, and then the RV goes over a cliff, and it goes over the cliff, and then upside down, smashes on the ground, and gets flattened. And I remember that. I remember that very, very, very vividly. You remember when the guy in Laser Blast blew up a Star Wars billboard? Don't you love it when really bad movies are like, yeah, take this better movie. We're so much better than you. Alright, number 9. So there we go. That is hanging out to dry. Don't ever put references to good movies in your terrible movies. Really, don't put references to good movies in your movie. Like, just in general. It is probably not going to age well. Okay, so right back here. There we go. Some cloth is out drying. I mean, he could be like, sorry you experienced that, little bunny. Where is it? There is the mold mark. More delicious candies. After all, that is what these are. This really does look like candy here. Yeah, you can share it if you want. That's the point of the channel on the Discord. To be fair, Laser Blast team might not have known Star Wars would be good. Could have just been in the bin for a year before the owners just dumped it in March. I doubt it. I mean, I think that was like a oh, actually, I mean that like even if that was a current poster when they were filming, Star Wars was like instantly gigantic. Finished FF9. You were wondering if I had any plans for FF10. I do. Yes. Just not immediately because I'm playing other things. FF9 wasn't too long ago either. But yeah, 10, 10.2, and 12 are all gonna show up on the channel eventually. $11, $13, $14, $15, $16, probably not. You want to relive that goofy voice acting? Stay away from the summoner! That line in particular was what you were thinking? There is a lot more, yes. Oops, that goes that way. Alright, then that one is there. Oh, actually. Probably don't want to put this on just yet. Get that in there, and then a connector. Yeah, there's a lot of great lines in that. I said that, not a rogue AI. It's odd how little tolerance you have for any show's exaggeration of pathos, cruelty, or just dumb story elements. But dumb story elements is funny. Well, it wasn't just that, but also, like, movie studios started clamping down on that, even though it's fair use. I remember another LPer who has participated in Zerfall's charity streams, goes by the name SKS. And he had an LP of the. Sorry, my mind is just blanking. The Robin Hood Robin Hood Prince of Thieves NES game, and he did the same thing. He put clips in, and he got hammered on like every single video after it was live. Not even, like, things complaining about them while they were going up. It was after the fact. Luckily, I was always in the frame of mind of this. That sounds like hassle, so I'm not gonna do it. just the editing part. So I never did any of that. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and bring these pieces over here. Okay, get that down there, and... Oh, down there. Thank you. There we go. Okay, flip that over. Oh, actually. You do have that go in there. Alright. It's too bad that they didn't use brown ones for these. The dark gray stands out a little bit. You'd have liked to see pithy clips from the Sweet Pea D&D movie in my gold box games? I mean, but if I clipped Jeremy Irons in, then he would have chewed not just the scenery, but the whole game. You know? It's a lot of chewing. There we go. Get our roof on there. The candy roof. Peter Graves is already an evil sorcerer in Pool of Radiance? Oh, you mean one of the portraits? Hi, I'm Peter Graves, and tonight on Biography. There we go. Got an antenna. Get that right there on the roof. Alright, spare parts. We got a black pneumatic T and a gray half bushing. There we go. We got our drain pipe there. Some laundry hanging out to dry. Antenna. You can just take the roof off to look inside. So, very nice building there. I do like this little balcony. Alright. But I think I am getting a bit tired, so I think we will hold off on this side of the building until next time. I was thinking about pushing to try to finish, but I woke up this morning to what I thought was my alarm going off. Turned out it was actually a phone call. I had just, like a spam call. I hit the button and rolled back to sleep, and fell back to sleep. But when I woke up later, I was like, I have actually gone back to sleep. That is too long. Let me look at my clock. Oh, my alarm hasn't gone off yet. That must have been a phone call. I don't know why my phone flipped off of sleep mode, which is very annoying. It does that occasionally. So that messed up my sleep. But this is really nice so far. Okay. So we've got bag 19 to start with next time. But before we wrap up for the night, let's go ahead and get some minifigs going. Go ahead and get these over here. Okay. So we're still missing one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so D12. Nine. That's 11, 10, 9. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go ahead and roll Where'd my D12 go? In case I need that. Did I go on the floor? Alright, I'll look in a second. Let's roll the D20. 1, so that is the Robo lady there. Where? Am I just blind and my D12 just is somewhere else? I'm gonna need that D12. Where did it go? I don't see it on the floor. Huh. It's hiding in shadows to backstab me? That's true. Alright, so let's see. What did people roll? 3 for Ice Oven. That would be Emmett. There probably aren't any more Emmets. Bahamut rolled a 1, so also the Robo Madame. 11 for Seelan. That is Panda Guy. No, that's not Panda Guy. That is the Robo Secretary. 9 for Nadarogai. That is the one that we need. The remaining Construction Lady. A Minotaur Cart Correler. Well, Bunny's here. First guess is a Minotaur Underwater Activity Competition Organizer. So here's my other dice. Where did it go? I didn't hear it, like, go on the floor. Did it go into the... Did I put it in the box? Like, I literally just had it. Because I rolled with it. Alright, let's see. Did it roll off the other side of the table? I don't see it down there. That is bizarre. That is bizarre. Where did it go? Did it roll? I mean, it couldn't have rolled into. I don't know where it went. I am so incredibly confused. I do not see it on the floor at all. Okay, well, I guess I will be looking for that after the stream. Is it over by Horse? Horse is unfortunately in a container right now. Alright, well, timer is up, so let's go ahead and get my timer ready. Alright. Okay, and go. Let's see. What did we get? What do we have? All right. 17.16, we have Where's My Pants Guy? It is indeed Where's My Pants Guy? Didn't, like, go into my bag, my box of bags. It didn't? Nope, it did not. I don't know. I will have to look for it. All right, so that is our third Where's My Pants Guy. So 17.16. is within 20 seconds. Let's complete that prediction. And who is getting the hams? Kinshir, Bahamut, and Vigistry getting all the hams. Very nice. Sealand, Lord Canis, Ice Oven, and Chutney Bucket going for 20 to 50. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Lel Bunny going for no. Check to see if it's on the camera lens. I mean, considering the camera's up there, that would be extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. What's the yellow thing on the blue color palette? I don't know what you're talking about. You need to give, like, upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right kind of directions. Oh, I picked it up as you were hitting send. There we go. So he's got some white pants. Otherwise, he's wearing some briefs. Where did you go? All right, I did mark that one down, so let's put that aside. Hope I don't need a D12 for this one. All right. Oops. D6. No wonder this guy keeps losing his pants. He doesn't want to hold them very easily, does he? No, he does not. All right, 5. Now, I'm just going for the middle, because we have not been in the middle for a very long time. I'm going for the middle. All right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Let's go ahead and roll my... There's a 6. All right, so that is predicting the paleontologist. Let's see what everyone else predicted. 5 for Ice Oven. So that would be the Goblin Raider. 4 for Bahamut. That would be one of the ones we need, the Snake Charmer. 9 for Sealand. That would be the Construction Worker. We've gotten 4 of those. I don't know if there are any more. So go ahead and get your predictions in. We do have an ad break coming up soon. 10, Ming the Merciless, best Max von Sydow performance. Even better than Needful Things? Guess 2 is a Minotaur Crab Bait Sales Tar. I'm curious what you would, how you would modify, like, sales blank if we were talking about a centaur. You've not seen Needful Things? That's really good. I mean, at least I like it. And really, isn't that what matters? All right, let me go ahead and reset my timer. A Leonin eating dinner. Poor gazelle. All right, just a few seconds remaining. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? Okay, predictions are closed. And go. Let's see, what do we got? I got a hairpiece of some sort here. Ooh. Ooh. All right. 12.55. I do believe that we have the Disco Diva. And it is indeed the Disco Diva. Alright, so let's choose the outcome. That was 12.55. So within 20 seconds, complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Bahamut and Ice Oven getting all the hams. Sealan and Lord Canis going for 20 to 50. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Lel Bunny going for no. Alright. Howdy, Minor Trader. How's it going? There we go. Just roller skating. Roller skating to some hot tunes. All right. So we have gotten that one before, but only once. So that is our second one. All right. So that brings us to one more for the night. And we have but one left. All right, but let me just so that you know that I have not like guessed in advance. I have not like looked at it. Let's shake it around, toss it around. There we go. All right. All right. So you know that I haven't looked at it in advance. I've shuffled the one remaining minifig. So we have 10. 10 is the last one remaining. Let's go ahead and start a prediction. I need my D12 now. Can all guess what is inside the minifig box? Okay, let's look on the floor again. Because I am very, 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 very confused as to what happened to my D12. Because I really do not know. Like, I mean, I can, but it's supposed to be a D12. Because there's 12 total. It does not appear to be on the floor. Like, I really thought that's where it would be. I am just like... Oh, you meant what is there to predict? That's a good question. What is there to predict? We'll have to find out. Like, it could be any of these. I could have gotten it wrong. What kind of chair do I use? It is a wheeled chair, like a inexpensive gaming chair from Costco. Did it fall into that minifig box? No. I don't hear a die in there. Alright, get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig box? And an ad break is running. Yes, I checked them to make sure that I got all 12, but I could have been wrong. I could have gotten one wrong. A Leonin Dice Hider? How dare he? How dare. It's going to be really obvious after I find it. Like, I'm just going to be, like, Oh, wow. It was right there. I'm blind. All right. Well, predictions are closed. So we'll roll a d20, and if I don't get any, if it's 13 or higher, I'll re-roll. In the last place I look, yes, because then I will have stopped looking. All right, so let's go ahead and shake it. I'm hearing green. I'm hearing green, so I'm guessing 5. Let's see. D. Oh, that's an 18. That's an 18. That's a 4. All right, the die is predicting 4, and let's weigh it. Oh, 24.36, just like all the others. Just like all the others. It's got to be 10. It's got to be 10. So the weight says 10. All right. Which one is it? Come on. There we go. It's Haas. That is 10. Let's open it up to double check. And thanks for that gift sub, Minor Trader. I appreciate that. It is Haas. All right, that was the weight. Let's choose the outcome. Yes, with weight. Complete that prediction. Let's see. Shield of Hope getting a massive, massive 46,000 hams there. Let's see. Seal and Mortar and Bahamut going for yes with guess. Lord Canis and Ice Oven going for yes with die roll. And Lel Bunny going for no. Rigged. Rigged. It's not rigged. It is appropriately randomized. Look, it's not my fault that I heard green and not red. Intentionally threw the guess. You demand a recount? All right, let's recount again. Yep, yes with weight. That was it. That was correct. You gotta expect me to shake things up, right? I mean, I didn't know who had put points down on what, so. I didn't throw it for any particular person. But I did throw it for my amusement. Have a good night, Bahamut. Thank you very much for coming on out. We'll be wrapping up here very shortly. Can't believe you people would think I'd rig it. I'd cheat. It's terrible. It's terrible that you would think that. What does the general consensus seem to be about the about having F1 cars as a minifig blind bag set? I don't know about anyone else really. I mean, like, the reaction to it when it first was announced was pretty hyperbolic. I think most fans are indifferent to disappointed. All right, so spare parts. White 1x1 cylinder tile, top peg, and a black 1x1 quarter cylinder tile. So, I think it basically is like most of the LEGO fans probably didn't care, and so like in that they didn't buy any. Maybe one or two to try to get like a specific color or something like that. I'm sure the F1 fans who also like LEGO were pretty excited about it. But for those of us who actually like to get minifigs to like flesh out a build and stuff like that, to have more minifigs to put into builds or put on display, pretty sure most of us were disappointed. I am. I think it's kind of silly. I don't know that they'll do it again, but maybe they will. I have no idea how successful it was. I don't know how successful this set was. So, it's, you know, probably up in the air. But before we wrap up, I mean, I know, like, some of the LEGO places that I've seen were just like, that's not my interest. I don't care. I wish they would have done regular LEGO minifigs. Some places were absolutely like, this is bullshit kind of thing. So, like, actually legitimately angry. Starting next week, we have a new set. I only got the one full set. And this is, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So I will go, let's see, where did I put... Here is the sheet for that. And I have no idea who is whom, really, for the most part. Oh, actually it says Spider-Man, Spider-Punk, Prowler, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man India, Cyborg Spider-Woman, Sun Spider, Spider-Bite, Spider-Man and Mayday Parker, Web Slinger, and Werewolf Spider-Man. So those are going to be the minifigs that we get with these. So that will be starting next week. After that, we'll probably because this will be finished before we get the new set in January. F1 racing is much more popular in Europe than here. Mainly because F1 doesn't come to the States much. No, that's true. That is true. I don't know what we will be, like... But I don't know that it's necessarily that much more popular with LEGO fans in Europe, kind of thing. No Spider-Ham. We've put together a Spider-Ham in, the Daily Bugle. And I think Noir Spider-Man showed up in something as well. I think these are mostly ones that are, like, have not showed up too much. Obviously, Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales have, but I don't know about any of the others. But yeah, I mean, F1 is more popular in Europe, but I don't know that it's that much more popular. Kind of thing. The January set of minifigs will be all animal costumes, and I believe the May set is also an unlicensed set of minifigs as well. So, anyway, with that, we are going to be wrapping up tonight. We will be back on Wednesday to finish up the Italian Riviera, starting with bag number 19. I will probably do something short. I mean, not short, but I will not do a multi-stream build on next Friday. We'll probably do a smaller one. Not fighting the Dragon Lord Monday? Did I say Monday? I meant Wednesday. Let me go through the whole spiel. All right. Tomorrow we'll be back for some more Spelljammer. Monday we'll be back for more Dragon Quest 1 2D, HD 2D. Wednesday, we will be back to finish up the Italian Riviera. Friday, we will build a one-off stream day thing, and then the following week, we'll get into a new multi-stream build thing. I think that's what I'm going to do, is like always start on a Wednesday a multi-stream build, and you know, if I finish with a Friday free, then I'll do smaller stuff, because I got a mix of things that I need to get through. Anyway, we will be back next time. I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and I shall see you next time. Good night, everyone.